Meantime tonight, the waves are picking up along Georgia's coast. This is St. Simon's Island, one of the communities under a state of emergency as the storm approaches. CBS 46's Adam Harding is live there for us tonight. Adam, set the scene.
Well, Alicia, this is what they have been waiting for now for nearly 2 weeks. Hurricane Dorian reaching us here on St. Simon's Island as the rain continues to fall. It is those whipping winds that are continuing to cause a lot of damage. And this is what all eyes are focused on right now behind us here, the ocean. You can see the waves right behind the rocks here. The ocean is creating monster waves right now, but the big concern is the overnight high tide. That happens at around 1 this morning, and that is where people believe that Hurricane Dorian will cause a lot of flooding. Adding to the frustration and the concern for those families who are choosing to ride out the storm here is the fact that 1 a.m. overnight high tide, that's going to happen when it is dark outside and when most people are asleep. That could prove very catastrophic, especially as we expect this area right where I am to be underwater in just a matter of hours. We've seen high tide at 1 o'clock today. We saw waves crashing up, going over the rocks. In fact, we saw a number of people out trying to take in the views. We even saw a few surfers here in the ocean. This is just a taste, though, of things that are to come with Dorian over the next few hours. Now, we talk about those people who are choosing to stay, and this is one of the counties that's under a state of emergency. This was one of the first counties to be put on a mandatory evacuation. St. Simon's Island, as Jennifer told you, is now seeing upwards of 40-mile-per-hour wind bursts with that heavy rain. Because of that, that is why the evacuation orders were put in place. Despite the fact that the storm continues to churn in the Atlantic and it is proving to be a monster Category 2 storm still, even at this hour, a lot of families now believe that it is time for them to stay instead of evacuate. Despite officials warning that is not a good idea. In fact, there's a hurricane party going on not far from where we are, right over my shoulder, right over here. You can see a few people are just sitting on their balcony right there. They're watching the storm. They are oohing and awing every time the storm creates a powerful enough wave to knock some water on over these rocks. So a lot to go on throughout the day. We expect Dorian to intensify in the coming hours, and you can see the wind starting to pick up here and the rain continuing to pick up as well. We'll take you on a tour of St. Simon's Island ahead at 6 o'clock, and you'll hear from some people who are choosing to not evacuate. They say they can handle this storm. Officials are urging them, though, that is not a good idea. And again, that 1 a.m. high tide behind us here, we expect this area to be underwater when Hurricane Dorian reaches the Georgia coast. That is the very latest from St. Simon's Island. I'm Adam Harding, CBS 46 News.